So no, I have not had
Hello,
scribbling.
chaps. If you we need an AMGM, so I've got too much content.
Let's just start off
Too
the
much
episode like
content.
this.
Too much content is not the tagline of our show.
No,
it's the opposite.
Oh, I didn't say it was good content.
Can we get an AM?
Hey!
We really nice.
Solid.
All right. I dig it.
Return fire after you
Yeah.
do that episode 2 you Lillian, so you're welcome.
Yeah, I dig it. All right, cool. Welcome everybody to episode 9. Whoa.
Nine.
That's pretty wild, y'all. Episode 9. Okay, so here we are, episode 9. And before we get into things, let's just go quick around the horn. Who are you and who are you playing tonight? Jacob, your audio is weird, says Crystal, so we'll wait for you. And we'll start out with Smitty. Who are you and what are you playing?
Hey folks, I'm Smitty. I'm playing second and I'm wearing Valentino. Really excited for all of you to be here tonight. I don't fucking know. Isn't that a designer?
Yeah.
Thank you, Rain. I'd like to teach all the rest of you a fucking lesson in improv. Yes, and Valentino. Second is a Kenku life cleric and is excited to meet all of you.
Okay.
They them pronouns.
While I Google Valentino, Rain, why don't you go next since you already know what Valentino is?
Okay. Me, I am Rain, and I will be playing Big Mama Mocha, Circle of the Swamp Druid, which, by the way, I could also hear myself. Let me mute the live feed. And what did I say? Me, she is she, her, and what else is there? Virgo Rain on TikTok and Instagram. Silly stuff, yeah.
Oh, it turns out Valentino's a huge racist. So good work on supporting that empire.
He's wearing classic Chanel.
Bill, I'm already playing a game with you. How much more racist can I get?
All right. Alex, how about you?
Hello, everybody. My name is Alex or Ziva RPG. My cat is being annoying, so you get to meet Apollo here. Hello, cat. But I'll be playing Hosen, the Rune Knight fighter and rogue multi-class. I am wearing a plaid shirt that I got from Marshalls, and I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic, and we are happy to have you. Jacob, why don't you follow us up here?
So apparently I still sound super far away, so that's interesting.
So just
your
a bit
audio,
of-
I'm guessing your audio in on OBS is probably not your mic. It's probably your computer or something.
Maybe that's a good idea to check.
Yeah, because you feel really well. You sound. I was going to say you feel really good.
Yeah, how do I feel, Bill? How do I feel? Okay,
on Zoom.
This should be
great start.
It should be better now. Let me turn me down a little bit. Let's
Jacob
see.
always feels good.
I do. I'm feeling real good. You know, I'm feeling pretty great.
I just meant tactily.
There we go. Perfect. You know, as per usual. Anyway, hi everyone. My name is Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Co-founder of the Amphitheater with these guys, and I'm playing Cinnamon Garrist, and he's a Circle of the Wildfire Druid. Actually, they pronounce Circle of the Wildfire Druid, and he's really fucking nervous, y'all. It's bad. It's good. It could be good. Who knows? Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. I don't know. Whatever. Go fuck yourself.
All right, and to follow that up, I am Bill, and I'm running the show tonight. So just before we kick things off, I wanted to give a quick content warning. This is probably going to be a pretty dark episode, heavy themes, adult themes, dark themes, and specifically around violence to the vulnerable. That's kind of what I have decided to tag this as. So just heads up, take care of yourself, and if things get a little bit too heavy, feel free, drop off, take a break. No harm, no foul. All right. So before we kick off, as always, we want to thank our artists with Happy Cap for the overlays. We also got Gremlin art for the character art, which is on those overlays, and it's fantastic. And we also have So Many Games for the intro and the promos. And that intro you are about to see here in a little bit. But before we get there, just a quick reminder that if you want to come and hang out with us, the best place to do so is on our Discord, which I just posted a link into the chat there. And that is pretty much it. Jacob, any announcements on your end before we go live?
Yeah. So if you didn't know, Bill and I believe Bill is still going to PAX U. I don't remember if you are still or not. I think you are.
I am.
Cool. So
Nobody
come hang out
invited
with
to-
us. We'll be hanging around, and me, myself, and I, along with Maria and Jordan and a couple other really cool people, will be on a couple panels. On specifically myself, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be talking about actually embracing failure and being new to GMing and how that sort of went with us, and hopefully give you some tips on based off of our current ventures. So that's 4 p.m. In the, I want to say what's it called? I forgot what theater it's in. Anyway, it's on the guide. Anyway, and also on Saturday, we're doing a asexual representation panel called the Asexual Bard Beyond the Tropes. Same time, Crab God Theater was the theater I was thinking about. Also at 4 p.m. As well. So come hang out and or yell Duval really loud somewhere, and it actually works as a 7th level teleport, and I'll appear. So there you go.
All right. With all that said, let's have an adventure. Let's be adventurous. Adventure, go!
Oh.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. We're back. All right, cool. All right. So as I put some nice music on here, let me talk a little bit about what happened last time. In the last session, Team Small went off the trail towards the south in the direction of Shade Barrow. And shortly after turning off that road, they saw a small place where it seems as though there was a camp. However, they were distracted because I forgot to tell them that they were going to level up ahead of time, and everybody wasn't listening to a thing that I said. So that's on me. And so then moving along through the desolate fields, they then saw two lines of shields. Remember, those are the kind of mercenary police force. And they were creating a bit of a barricade. And there was also a carriage that was being inspected by that second line of shields. And Hosen snuck around to investigate and saw that there was a person in the carriage behind a cage. Then he came back, and you all approached the first line of shields. And you saw that one of the shields was actually Barbara, who was Hosen's teacher from long ago. She told him that teaching him was just a job, which is just like this one, and in fact, she's getting paid well. From there, the conversations escalated, with passing through without a fight seeming to become more and more impossible. And then Second happened. Second went invisible, and then in the chaos, they changed themselves to look like one of the shields, telling them all that they saw the party off towards one direction, which caused them all to run in that direction, basically removing the entire threat instantaneously. So once on the other side, they started to make their way towards Shade Barrel, where then Big Mama saw something sparkling on the ground. There she found a medallion in the grass that could have only come from her aunt. And that's where we're going to pick it up here. You are still traveling, and you feel as though your direct threat from the shields themselves is more or less abated. But you still don't see any evidence of what it is that you're looking for up ahead. You still are more or less following in the footsteps, or rather wheel steps, of the carriage that came before you. Anything that you would like to do, or we could fast forward, completely up to you all. Jacob, you are muted, apparently.
I'm there. I'm good. I'm good now.
Yeah.
OBS is
Yeah,
fine.
that's
a
right.
professional.
So that what you said while you were muted was really, really important. So I'm glad that you said it, and now we'll just move on.
and it lost to the ether. No, I was.
Do you want to re-say it?
Sure. Because of Mr. Cinnamon Garrist, we no longer have a cart, so that certainly de-escalates the timeline. Oops.
That is a good point. So no longer is this a situation where you're going to be able to make up the time. So the extension, this is slowing you down a bit.
And I think he'll even go so far as to say, was seeing a little tunnel vision. I'll own that. Certainly. As in regards to Tomas, I'll figure something out.
Tomas will be fine. We'll get him new horses. We'll figure it out. Literally, probably the least of our worries right now.
Certainly. You're right.
Just throw him pumpkins or something.
Exactly. Big Mama Mocha, how are you feeling? Now, they have your aunt.
Yeah, you want the long or the short answer?
All we have is time.
Well, I would love to see why. And more so, how they got my aunt. Her name, by the way, is Auntie Chai. And
like the tea?
Auntie like auntie.
No, I've heard of
And
chai tea in
chai.
Singon.
Yeah, just the other way.
Oh.
Oh, auntie. Chai. Chai. Chai.
Chai?
Chai.
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 Alright.
And I really want to know short version is I thought she was gone. Thought she died.
Oh.
And yeah. So it's a great revelation to know she's not. But also now, given the contract that we came across, I'm not quite sure then who it's regarding. And long story longer, I want to know actually how they got her, especially with that entire garrison having to be on there. I'm more or less impressed, but I'm incredibly concerned.
Well, if it's any consolation, welcome to the party.
Yeah. And this gift I gave her was the last thing I gave her before was the last time I saw her. And I want to know why it dropped, why I have it back. You're not supposed to get gifts back.
You think it was on purpose? Maybe she left it behind.
Perhaps. But I would have to ask her.
Certainly.
So therein lies the dilemma. See what should we do?
Well, one crisis at a time. Or maybe all three at once? I don't know.
I agree.
We try that now.
I think order of operations here of still continuing down to Shadeborough. We don't know what's going on there.
Certainly.
We know who has your aunt. We know they're from West Run, so we can explore options there.
Wait, do we? Do we know that's for sure?
That's true. I mean, Barbara's from West Run, so I'm assuming they would go back, but I don't know where they would be heading.
Especially with
But
all this doom and gloom in regards to the Shade Barrow. I don't know.
Exactly. I'll make the same promise to you, Big Mama Mocha, that I made to Cinnabon. We will find her, and we'll have you ask her yourself why she returned the gift.
Wonderful. She pulls you into a side hug. And then just readjusts the bandages on her hands.
But I'm still worried about your family, Cinnabon. And I think we should keep moving forward.
I'm of a like mind with that.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. That's sort of why I'm kicking myself a bit. But I also know we are here, and my father would say, control what you can control. Problem is I don't know if I'm in control of absolutely anything currently. Thanks, Father. Appreciate it.
Fathers have a way with that.
It's like when you lose something, and it's the Cinnabon is the last place that you look. Of course, it's the last place you look because I found the damn thing.
Your father sounds like a nice man.
He's wonderful. I hope you get to meet him in a few.
Me too. Should we keep
All right.
going?
Yeah, so I am reluctantly going to take the reins here for a little bit.
What reins? We don't have a cart.
Forgive the pun.
Ow! That hurt me in real life.
I'm just
now-
kidding. I'm messing.
So what I will say is you started out today pretty early in the morning. And I would say you're probably mid-morning now at this point, maybe a little bit more towards noon. You had expected to be able to get to Shadebarrow probably by the evening with the use of the cart. But now it's looking more like this is going to take some more time. And you continue on. And the day goes without really any incident. You get the sense that that blockade that you just sort of walked past was preventing a lot of any sort of riffraff from getting back into this area. So the noon turns into afternoon. Afternoon turns into early evening. And you start to see the sun going down off to your left. What would you like to do?
Well,
About how far away are we? Do we suspect? Like, will we, like, if we camp here for the night, will we be there like late morning if we keep on
Sure.
walking in the morning, or?
Why don't you roll a survival check? And anybody that wants to make that same sort of mental calculation can also roll a survival check.
Certainly.
Survival. That's a 5.
Natural 20.
18 for Big Mama Mocha.
All right. So Big Mama, you are very good at sort of travel in these sorts of environments, very natural and whatnot. So you have a very good idea. But I would say Cinnabon, you are like fucking fantastic at this. You are nomadic. And so judging distances based upon, some sort of map or intelligences, that's your jam. And on top of that, you are motivated by what you believe is going to be found there.
Desperation.
And
that's what 20. Yep.
yeah.
27.
And so you think that you would arrive basically at midnight.
If we didn't stop, we would.
If you didn't stop, you would arrive at midnight.
If we were trying to get the jump on a situation, what time should we arrive? Middle of the night? Early morning? Again, we have no idea what to expect, right?
True.
So, please tell me that I'm overthinking things if I am. But I'm just.
No, I think overthinking might be a good thing here. I think part of me wants to get as close as we can to this place, kind of scope it out, see what we can find. My gut tells me maybe early morning might be a good time to make sure we're all ready to go before we infiltrate, I guess. I don't even know if it's gonna be like a stealth way. Do we go in guns a-blazing?
We've certainly done both.
What's that?
Second?
No guns blazing.
All right.
Pew. No. All right.
No, no
Valid.
pew pew.
um. Yeah. Let's keep going.
All right.
Let's try to get there.
It looks like we'll get there in the middle of the night, so we could certainly arrive late in the evening, and then rest and wake up fairly early. As long as we can find somewhere decent to camp.
I like it.
Does everyone like it? Objections?
No.
I know second.
All right.
I know.
Well, let's see what you come across.
Sure.
And then maybe that'll change your plans.
Come on, okay. Come on, purple worms. Come on, wolves. Come on.
It'd be a Tarask.
All right.
Swear to God.
No, it's just gonna be
Sayonara. Had a good
it's gonna
run
be-
this campaign. God, sorry,
it's
bro.
gonna be just one single kobold named Squank. And
I love kobolds.
I think Squank is gonna be a recurring character throughout all my campaigns. Basically,
We will
the-
die for Squank.
All right. Anyway, so you continue. Evening turns into twilight, and it is now dark. The stars begin to come up, and there is a sliver of a moon that is following the sun down, and it will quickly go below the horizon as well. But it provides you enough light at the moment to see something up ahead, something that's not natural, something that you, Cinnabon, strangely see as familiar. There is a number of rocks, boulders, large sort of amorphous structures scattered around in a roughly semicircular, I'm sorry, not semi, fully circular pattern, in almost like they were scattered meaninglessly. And right in the center, there is a very large rock, almost a monolith that has a small black passageway carved out of the center. And the surroundings are different. The time is different. But you know this because you have seen this inside of your recurring dream. This is the place. And that is, that's what you see.
Big Mama Mocha.
Mhm.
What is your relationship or your opinion on fate?
You mean as in if I agree with some higher force having control over what is destined where I should be living my life?
Not
Who
necessarily.
I meet, where I go?
I mean more around everything being connected. On
Oh, absolutely.
being where you should be, or where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
And he'll point. I have dreamed of that for that location for months, off and on. It changes, it ebbs and flows. And then as soon as I go inside, or right before I go inside, it stops. I never considered that that's what... Well, that's part of the reason why we decided to make this trip to Exandria proper, was to find out what it meant. And then, well,
Mhm.
it started off great and homey, and then very quickly, not so much.
And you said you dreamt of this.
This location. Yes.
Well, darling, that's called kismet.
What does that mean?
It was
That
meant to
Elvish?
be. No, it's halfling.
Oh. What does it mean?
And it was meant to be. Means this was meant to be. Be it. This meant.
All right. Certainly would have preferred it to be meant to be without allegedly having my entire family kidnapped and me knocked unconscious, but okay. I'm more nervous now.
Oh
I didn't know
dear.
that was possible.
You know, and every time that you come up to this entrance, this looks like a portal, you know. But when you've come up to it, you've woken up.
Yes.
How do you feel now that we're getting closer to it?
Nervous. I'm afraid
And you're.
of
Mhm.
I'm afraid of what I was already afraid of what I was going to find. But to
In
know
your
that
dreams, let me ask this. Have you been alone when you've been approaching it?
Bill,
Always.
Well, you're not alone now.
no, but there's some I thought I felt guilty about my family getting ambushed. But now I feel guilty that my dreams caused all this. I don't know what it means.
Hmm.
I'm not too scared to find out.
Neither am I. Let's go find out, shall we? Let's go visit him.
Well, rest first, right? Though don't get me
Yeah.
wrong,
Of
I
course.
could not be more antsy right now.
I mean, I can scope it out a little bit more, try to be stealthy, maybe. Um, remember back in that spell they casted that made us all of shadow, that um the pass without trace.
Yes.
I can put up this cloak, be very stealthy. If you wanted to cast that spell on me to be even more stealthy, I can try to get a lay of the land.
I think that would
See if
require me to
there's.
go with you, though.
Ooh, that is true.
I know that spell too, and I can go with him while you rest.
Are you sure?
Why not? Like
Just
I
to get
said,
a
I
little
want
bit
to meet
closer.
more of you.
If you want to get close to this thing without trying to alert anybody, I can get close if we want to scope it out a little bit more.
Yeah, how far away are we from this thing?
I intentionally kept that vague because I don't want to speak for you. You know, it's you are as close as you feel as you want to be.
You feel comfortable? Yeah.
Right. Like I imagine you're not right there, right?
Sure.
Like so
Mm.
Mhm.
anywhere between right there and a mile away, like that's up to you all.
Certainly.
Yeah, I think we would be going close enough as far as like Cinnabon
Which would
would
be.
feel.
I don't think he would have recognized it like right away until like it got to like, like the image in his mind and the image in real life. Like.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right before you wake up.
let's call it like 500 feet.
Okay. I guess fair.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah.
What do you all want to do? Hosen, are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I want to scope it out. I want to get a closer look at this thing.
Okay, and you're
What's
doing it
this eye?
without the
Oh,
benefit.
if you want to come with me, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
All right. All right, so the two of you are going, and Big Mama, you're casting Pass Without Trace.
Doing it now.
Sounds good. Why don't both of you make stealth checks with that +10 bonus?
I like it. And hold on,
34.
Ridiculous.
Thank you, DM, for giving me this.
15.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
Sure?
you're low, huh?
Well, I'm at disadvantage because of my armor.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Big Mama.
That's amazing.
okay.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Still
no problem.
15.
Yeah, it's fine.
Still,
it's fine. It's fine.
Still
it's totally
pretty
fine.
solid.
Fine, it's fine.
Okay. All right. So the two of you walk towards this. Now, when I said 500 feet, I didn't mean 500 feet from the monolith, the obelisk thing. 500 feet from the outside of the circular area.
Cool.
So you walk forwards, and which of you is leading?
Probably me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Hosen, you are. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Hosen, you are walking forward carefully and making sure to keep your feet out of any sort of trouble as it relates to making sounds. Big Mama, I think you might be trying to follow him and more or less putting your feet where his feet are, keeping your eyes forward. But for a moment, you lose a little bit of focus and your feet touch something. And before you know what it is, you've already put your weight on it. And you hear a crack underneath your feet. Not a twig, not something small. It's something substantial. You look down and you see that your foot has gone through the front portion of a skeleton's skull.
Amazing.
She just freezes.
I started looking around, see if anything moved.
All right, make a
Yeah.
perception check.
Both of us or just him?
Both of you.
Okay.
We're probably too far away to hear this, I assume.
Natural 19 for 26, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
WTF.
Big Mama, you are
Six.
just super worried about what's going on. You don't notice anything. But
Just
Hosen,
freeze.
you look around looking for movement. Luckily, you don't see any. However, with your perception check, you know that was not the only skeleton that is here. It seems as though there are a number of them, and it becomes denser as you get closer and closer. And as you look at some of the positioning of the skeletons, especially with that 26, you can tell that there are an equal number, or more or less, of skeletons that are running towards the monolith as there are running away from it.
Terrifying.
Amazing. Okay.
I think I turn to Big Mama Mocha and I go, I think that's all I'm comfortable with knowing about this thing. Little bit spooky. What do you think? Should we get closer?
Yes.
Okay.
We should not have sent them together. We already learned this lesson so badly. Oh, I knew it
I
as soon as
started closer to it.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Oh, it's so
I'm
good.
curious about, like, does it look like there's any inscriptions on a monolith, or
Oh.
is it too far away, or?
So at the moment you're too far away, but with this next decision to move closer, you can get within range.
Cool.
You see
I
that
like
there are no inscriptions. In fact, it seems as though these stones that have again been kind of like haphazardly scattered in this area seem to have been eroded by weather. And so the surface of it is incredibly smooth actually. And and beyond just that stone surface that's a little bit uneven, it's not like big, spherical mounds or anything, but they are more or less just smooth rocks. And now you look and you see that if you did want to get closer to the monolith, it's going to be very difficult for you to do so without stepping on skeleton bones.
Gotcha.
And now I'll say you're probably about 30 feet away from the center of the monolith.
Gotcha.
But I have specifically not had you go into the center. I'll let you make that decision yourself.
Mm. I think Hosen's gonna back away. I think Hosen turns to Big Mama and goes, "We would make a lot of noise with all this here. I think I've seen enough."
I mean, okay. Because I can go into something smaller. And
There is one thing that I forgot to mention. I'm sorry, Rain, for interrupting, but I think it's super important. The carriage that you saw, Hosen, is abandoned right next to the entrance.
well, that just sweetens the pot.
You want to go check out that carriage?
Yes.
Let's do it.
And let's see here. That answer is yes. I do want to. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up my wild shapes because I would like Big Mama Mocha to actually not step on anything like that if she can. Because chaos.
Chaos Rain.
Chaos Rain.
Let's see. Hosen, you think like a cat would be good?
Yeah,
Wolf.
cat would be great. Honestly,
wolf.
anything
What
that
do you
can
think?
be like anything. I mean, if you could make something super small, they could fit on my shoulder, so we could just go together.
Cat. All right.
A cat. Cool.
Cat. All right. So our Big Mama Mocha is going to wild shape into a cat and just hop onto Hosen's shoulder. She'd be like a dark gray, black paws, white whisker, and little white part right here and down her chin. White tabby cat. That's my kitten burrito, by the way. So
Adorable. Love it.
Okay. So you are now sitting on Hosen's shoulder.
yes.
Hosen, action's all on you.
Cool. I want to get closer to this carriage.
Okay. So you cross the threshold into this circle. And as you do so, you notice two things. One is that outside of the circle, it was a fairly temperate feeling, maybe 60 degrees or something. But it is 35 on the other side. It is cold. And then there is almost breeze of sorts that you can feel kind of coming from behind you towards the central pillar. Obviously, Big Mama, you feel this too, but in cat form, because you're nice and warm, you know, so it bothers you less.
Terrifying. I keep getting closer to this carriage.
Okay, you can go all the way up to the carriage, and you see that it is, as I mentioned, abandoned. It seems that the cover that you saw, as you know, there was those hands that were there, has been sort of completely removed, and there is nobody inside, and the doors to the cage have been opened and left open.
Gotcha. Is there any personal belongings that have been left behind? Any kind of sign of life to kind of decipher what was here?
You could make an investigation check.
Cool. 18. Whew, with a -1 too. Let's go.
Yeah, even with an 18, you look around, you don't see anything, and I think with the 18 will get you is that it doesn't seem as though there was any struggle.
Okay. Gotcha. With that, the feeling of cold around me, just the eerie sense, I kind of look over to Big Mama Mocha on my shoulder. Okay, I know I said it multiple times, but I think now we should head on back.
She just kind of just settles down a bit as a way of showing as an understanding. Okay.
Anything more, we should get the group involved. I think they all need to see this too. And I kind of retrace my steps out of the circle.
Okay. You get outside of the circle, and the temperature returns back to a reasonably temperate 60 degrees, and you get back without incident.
Cool. I take off my clothes and I just word vomit everything to the rest of the party. Just talking about the skeletons, talking about the change of temperature, talking about the monolith. There wasn't a whole lot of inscription, but like there was skeletons going towards and some going away and just everything.
Yeah.
Really quick before you do that, do you mind if I have a second?
Please,
Yeah.
please. Yeah, absolutely.
While you were gone.
Of course.
So as you all left into the night, someone looks at second and points to the pack of where they left the parchment.
The parchment that you gave to me. Second, we'll pull it out, open it up, and read it.
You have a Discord message. And you can read it if you want to.
Actually, I don't. Before I look at it, can you give me a moment?
Ooh.
Can you delete it? Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry, no bother. I got an 8 out of 8 on my whether or not I can read it thing. So you can send the whole thing over.
That would have been amazing. Like, I can't read this. Outstanding.
This portion of the evening brought to you by Valentino. Yes, we made a deal with somebody that we don't like very much, but it was for a lot of money, so therefore it's okay.
Valentino's a
Back to you, Smitty.
Valentino.
What do you do for a living again, Bill? Second reads the piece of paper, and his dark blue cheek feathers turn slightly redder shade. And a tear starts to fall out one of their eyes. They get up and they walk over to Cinnabon and just wrap their arms around them. And kind of stay like that for a minute or so.
He'll just take the embrace and just nod and doesn't say anything.
And then just says, I'm looking for someone like me. And we'll stand up, sort of, shake their feathers, like do that thing the birds do, like get really, they puff out their feathers. Are there, I know there's a circle of rocks, are there any rocks near us at all, or is it just still flat plains?
Yeah, I mean, there's like small pebbles, but I would not say that there's like
boulders or anything.
No boulders.
Second, we'll start to unroll a bedroll and then look at Cinnabon and kind of yawn and say, how long can you last? Then we'll pick up their shield, put their shield over top of them, and then get real small under their shield.
And he'll walk over and I'll take first watch.
I assume it's about that point before I fall asleep that the Chaos Crew returns.
Yes.
Guys, you'll never believe what happened. Second, wake up.
Perfect.
Feathers all out of disjointed out of array.
Perfect. Oh, that's good.
Here's a bunch of nightmare fuel right before you fall asleep. And I tell you all everything.
Moving skeletons.
Not like they were placed there, but they weren't moving at all. Just some of them were going towards the monolith, and some of them were going away from it, running away from it.
Yeah, I'm sorry if that wasn't clear, but they died in the process of traveling.
Because when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, it's dead skeletons and moving skeletons. Yeah.
No, sorry about that.
No, totally cool. All right. Okay. So with skeletons, so certainly this would have to take some time or magical persuasions. Okay. Don't know exactly where that leaves us.
Second is visibly uncomfortable at the mention of the skeletons.
Yeah, and Hosen kind of pipes up. The one thing that we do know is that this is not a good place. This is... As soon as we went into that circle, it dropped in degrees. It got cold. Bunch of skeletons around it. I wanted to investigate more, but I want all of us to be there. I don't know.
Certainly. And there were certainly no skeletons in my my many dreams of this location. I don't think. That would certainly stand out to me.
Mm-hmm. Also, there was this carriage there that had like a cage that was open. Didn't look like there was a sign of struggle, but it was completely abandoned.
How big was the cage?
There was this cage, and then second we'll point to the carriage or the cage area, and then point all the way back from where they came from and go.
I don't think would have recognized it. Was it ours? Well, was it the same carriage that we saw, or?
You would recognize this was the carriage that you saw the person in, that had like grasped the bars, just before that you turned around and left.
Oh
shoot! I messed up all my descriptions. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, no worries.
It's fine.
All is good. I just thought it was a character's cage. I was like, ooh,
Don't
fascinating.
worry, we'll mess up the
Um,
descriptions regardless, so it's fine.
It's the player's role.
Right.
Oh.
Hmm?
Looks like it could be a two birds with one stone situation.
Second is very offended by that phrase.
I was waiting for it. Yeah, I was like,
you
what?
are so true about that. I am so sorry. My apologies. Hearing it coming out of my mouth, that is very offensive. I'm so sorry. I think Barbara brought Auntie Chai here.
At that comment, Big Mama Mocha does drop her wild shape. I don't think you said that before, so yeah.
Still on my shoulders. You're just
Hosen just like face plants. Oh,
She steps
there you
off
go.
of you.
a little bit more warning, but yeah, I think so.
My little sister used to
Dust them
play
off,
pranks
yeah.
like that before, so I'm quite familiar with it.
It's a pretty good one, actually.
Mm-hmm. But maybe as we continue to speculate, it probably makes more sense to speculate when we're well rested, perhaps.
I agree.
Second, we'll point at Cinnabon. We'll point at Hosen and Big Mama and point and go.
3 watches? 1, 2, 3. I did mention while you were away that I was planning to take first watch. So after all, I could use getting more tired so that I could knock myself unconscious. Because now that we're on the precipice, I could use a distraction to go to sleep. So, nothing better than your own thoughts and paranoia.
Sure. Hosen kind of gets uncomfortable for a little bit. Can I look? We're about to go into a dark place. A lot has happened. I've been traveling with you guys for quite some time, and I want to keep traveling with you all. Can I show you guys my tattoos?
Of course.
I seems a little abrupt, but this is a lot, and I haven't shown you guys yet, and I think there's no correct time, but now might be a good time, I guess. No time like the present, I guess. Is that okay with you all?
They mean something to you?
Yeah. Hosen kind of pulls out his blanket roll, lays it down, slowly takes off the straps of one shoulder, takes off the breastplate of his armor, kind of brings it up over his head, sets it down gently, takes off the shoulder pads, sets it down gently, takes off the kind of cloth shirt underneath. As he's doing this, he's kind of describing a little bit of just, I think, let me just show you and then I'll tell the story. He takes off his shirt and you see from one wrist going all the way up the forearm, up the bicep, past the shoulder, across the chest and collarbone area. This massive tattoo continues down the right bicep and forearm, ends at the left wrist. A massive tattoo full of shapes and geometric designs that the longer you look at, the more harder to describe it becomes. There's a lot of overlapping octagons, hexagons, spheres, pyramids. It's all overlapping one another. Hosen goes on to explain, when I was younger, I woke up with these tattoos. I was around 12, 13. 12, 13 when I woke up one day with these on. I had no idea how they got there. I wasn't partying the night before or anything of that sort. It just kind of appeared. I told my father. We contacted mages and clerics and tried to study what was on me. They couldn't find anything. Nothing in the history books or any kind of runic magic. Could not find anything, and for the most part, they just were innate. They were just these tattoos that I had. And my father, he got obsessed with them. He was trying to study them. Thought I was an answer he was looking for. I was some kind of prodigy. If he could just somehow activate these tattoos, something would happen. And he became more obsessed with them than I was. Until the drought happened in Terrace Fields, and kind of embarrassing to say, I had a nightmare. There was a fire that was happening in the house, but all I can think about, and Hosen closes his eyes, and he goes, "Fire, fire." And as he closes his eyes to think, all the tattoos glow with an orange hue. You see parts of the tattoo that seem overlapping separate. It's kind of like it's zooming out on a picture. Some of them become smaller. It doesn't break the confines or go through the lines that they are combined in, but they kind of separate into different slots. You see a piece from the forearm goes up to the chest. A chest piece goes to the shoulder. They turn and shift like clocks and gears, and they click back into place, a whole new design than you saw before. And it glows that orange once more, and then you see those wraps of flame go around Hosen's forearms. And he opens his eyes and goes, like this. This started happening, and other things started to happen ever since then, like the giant form and the cloud thing. I don't know what these are. I don't know if Shadeborough has anything to do with it. I figured I need to tell you guys before we go there, before we go down there. And I want to see if you guys had any insight on what these are, because I certainly don't know. And just kind of looks. The second, yes.
One hell of an icebreaker.
Right? I should have led with that. But it's. I figured I should tell you guys before we go into a deep, dark, scary place.
So I'm stuck on something.
Mhm.
Actually, well, first thing, that was really cool. Second thing, you mentioned something about partying the night before. Is that typical? People go out and then they come back with tattoos? Is that something that...
Some of my friends did, but like, and not. In my younger years, wouldn't put it past me. So that's why I was like, I don't have any other tattoos, but if I went out drinking and came back with a tattoo, I wouldn't be surprised. But this was a lot to wake up to. And this is where my powers, question mark, comes from.
Do they
and
hurt?
I have no clue. No, actually. Surprisingly.
Oh. Well, perhaps we survive all of this and maybe we can all get one.
That would be cool. Like,
although I am covered in fur, so I don't really know how that would work.
I don't know either. No clue.
Second you with feathers, I probably wouldn't. I don't know.
I mean, I can get something maybe like on my lower back or something, you know.
That would be cool.
Like
If
a
we find out who
rendezvous?
did this, I would. I don't know if I want more or how that would look. Um, but I don't. Something to keep an eye out for. Something to think about. Just as we go down into this dark, scary place. If you see something, or I don't know. I figured I wanted to tell you all before we go into this.
And with your tattoos, I mean, have they ever reacted um, involuntarily?
Ooh. Other than that first time, just from the nightmare, no. Haven't really acted involuntarily. That's a scary thought, though. That's interesting.
Is
But
it? Or is that
I
fate
don't know.
calling again?
Possibly.
Kismet.
That's that.
Gesundheit.
That's the word still. Yep. I forgot about it already.
Um, that could be a possibility. Not sure though. But I don't know. I feel like there's more to be discovered about these things. I don't know what they mean whatsoever, but ever since the drought happened, I was able to create fire and gusts of wind and to grow in size. There's a lot that could possibly be a thing. I figured I should tell you guys now.
If I'm being honest, Hosen, I think it's just. I'm kind of looks at Big Mama Mocha in a second. I think it's par for the course.
Fair. True.
Well, any other secret tattoos to share before we head? Well, certainly me and Second probably don't have any. So, and
Big Mom Mocha, any tattoos?
No, I have none, but I am open to getting some if the mood strikes. It's not
After this is
checking
all
out.
done, let's all get tramp stamps. Let's do it.
what's a tramp stamp?
It's
And with that,
There it is.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank God it's for Bill.
so let's go into the rest. You are taking a long rest, yes?
Yes.
And we're gonna start with Jacob, your first watch. So let's roll that perception check, please.
Ooh, not good. 11.
Okay. Now you got there, it's midnight. By now, it's probably 1 a.m. There is no moon. You sit half watching your companions, half watching the Shade Barrow, and you start to hear something emanating directly from the central monolith. And I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh. Terrible. 10.
Okay.
And that's what 20 was like, haha, you thought you were safe, huh, sucker?
So with a 10 wisdom save, you know what you are hearing, but you're not sure if it's real or if it's in your mind. Maybe you are imagining this, but you hear screams. And the voices that are screaming are familiar to you. And that's where we're going to take our break. All right. We will be back in just about 10 minutes to see what Cinnabon does with that information. And we will see you roughly at about 9:28, 9:30 Eastern. All right, y'all, stick around and we'll see you when you come back. All right, welcome back, everybody. And we just started off the long rest with Cinnabon taking first watch, and he heard screams. And because he failed his wisdom check, he is very much uncertain whether these screams are real or just a figment of his own imagination. Now, I did no, I neglected to mention that these were male screams, a singular male.
But familiar.
Yes. So, what would you like to do?
Upon hearing them, he immediately stands up. As the quiet of the night is interrupted in this way, and I'm gonna burn a wild shape, and I'm gonna summon my wildfire spirit, and Archie appears. I need you to stop me from doing something really, really bad.
Do any of us hear him?
You're all
Negative.
asleep.
You are all asleep.
We can just get close, right? We can just check it out. No rash decisions. Just ensure what's going on. Right?
And Archie kind of shrugs.
I don't appreciate how nonplussed you are about the situation.
He comes close to how big is Archie?
Probably goes up to, he's fairly small,
Okay.
mini corgis. So
Yep.
probably goes up to like Cinema's knees.
Okay, perfect. So he comes close and hey, welcome Raiders.
Ooh.
This is like the third or fourth week in a row you all have
7
raided
dice.
us.
We
That's
appreciate y'all.
very much. So Archie, your wildfire spirit gets real close to your knees and then just kind of nuzzles you softly.
And he sits back down and goes to grab Archie and just like cuddles them. And there is the he feels his eyes beginning to burn. But the tears don't come because they are replaced with frustration and anger. And he just stares. Knowing that he could go. He wants to go. But he shouldn't. Guilt, frustration, anger, sadness, he just sits in it.
Archie, in your arms now, licks your face and then does the thing that dogs sometimes do where they like try and wiggle as an indication that they want to get out of your arms. And then you put him down and he walks kind of quickly over to where the other three of your companions are sitting, sleeping soundly. And then in the middle of them sits and then puts their paws out and then lies down.
he just stares daggers into the night.
Okay. Okay. Now, your watch beyond that goes rather, without any further incident.
Do the screams ever stop?
Yes, they lasted maybe for 10 minutes, and then that was it.
Was it like a sudden like silence?
No, it wasn't. It sort of started to drown out slowly.
By something else?
Nope. Mm-mm.
And then anything from the because I forgot you said my brain went obelisk
Monolith?
for some reason, but the monolith was the word.
I said obelisk too, but yeah, no. Visually, no, nothing.
And as the screams stop, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Who's next on watch?
He'll wake up a second.
How are your eggs?
I think he bursts into tears.
Is that inappropriate?
No second. I'm sorry. It's all right. Hope your watch is better than mine.
Second nods concerns. Will reach out with the edge of their cloak and just offer it to Cinnabon for wiping his eyes.
Thank you. And he'll crawl over to the spot.
Okay.
Second has been sleeping actually relatively fitfully this entire time, muttering to themselves every so often about you're always welcome to sleep under the table, as they try and get comfortable under their shield, but just can't quite find what it was. But now that they're awake, they seem slightly more comfortable.
All right. Would you like to give me a perception check, please?
Would. And second will be every so often casting guidance on themselves.
Fair enough.
Certainly.
14 plus 2, 16.
Okay. The first portion of your watch goes without incident. Quiet, silence, and you start to feel a little bit like, I don't know, maybe this is not as dangerous, at least in the immediate area, as you initially. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so during that time, I imagine that hearing the talk of the skeletons earlier, second will bring out a notebook and their little like charcoal stick, and in like big letters, pictographs, they will try and remember what they learned about the undead in in class at Mercy, and they were not a good student, so it's in fits and starts, but they begin to pull up a few a few pieces of knowledge about the undead they remember learning in class.
Okay, perfect. Towards the end of your watch, however, you start to hear sounds. And I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw 2, please.
9.
Similar to what happened with Cinnabon, you're not sure if this is you imagining things or you actually hearing this, but you also hear screams coming from inside of the monolith. And similar to what happened with Cinnabon, it was sudden at first, and then kind of slowly became, quiet after about 10 minutes.
Second will sit down, close their eyes, put their hands over their ears, and start rocking back and forth again, just repeating to themselves, "You're always such a coward," second, over and over again, till they probably come to their senses towards the end of their shift.
Okay, perfect. And that is how your shift goes. Who's up next?
Second will wake up both Hosen and Rain.
Okay. Who's Rain?
Sorry, Big Mama.
You look the same. It's fine.
Okay.
That is what your mom looks like, actually.
Same
Just so
height
y'all know,
and
Ray's mom is
everything.
like super cute.
All right. So you both are doing a joint watch?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fantastic. So second, I imagine you go back to sleep?
Yes, but before doing so, I point at the monolith and I just go, "Ah!" Like whatever the scream was that I heard, I just like say it to them.
That's how we wake up.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thanks, second. Not ominous whatsoever.
Second alarm clock. Never leave home without it.
Never leave home.
There is no snooze.
Actually,
In a whispered voice.
There we
Nice
go.
save.
Good save.
Cinnabon, why don't you make a con save?
Sure. Oh no.
Okay. You wake up to second screaming and pointing at the monolith.
Yeah. For context, that was a 10, which I'm sure probably doesn't save.
No.
And kind of just like looks up and around and sees everyone. Did the screaming start again?
There was screaming.
Second is pissed. Stares at you, Cinnabon.
I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me. I didn't want to worry you.
Crawls under their shield, wraps their cloak over their head.
Letter flames. Fuck your letter, Cinnabon. No. I think he just rolls over.
Okay. All right.
Cool. I think with that, I think Hosen grabs some like cloth or something like that, some loose cloth, and just like plugs his ears. Just kind of nods over to Big Mama Mocha and starts to take watch.
Okay. Why don't you all roll perception? And Hosen, since you've got stuff in your ears, why don't you do it with disadvantage?
Yeah, let's go. twice. Here, do this.
121.
Man,
And 18 for both.
Jesus Christ.
jeez. Rolls are outrageous. Okay,
Posen's got the weighted electronic dice.
I think so.
now I will say, unlike the previous two watches, your watch is completely uneventful.
Amazing.
Cool.
And you start to see the sunrise. Both Second and Cinnabon are still asleep. What would you like to do? Oh, and I've seen this inside of the Zoom chat as well. I think it's important to mention that the aid hit points go away as well.
they're
So no more aid.
I said to wake up Cinnabon in second.
Okay.
Jin.
Jose, as you gotta wake up, there's like a
It's okay, Cinnabon. I got you. It's gonna be okay. Sorry, I could have been a little bit more graceful with that. I'm sorry.
and his eyes are bloodshot and swelled up a little bit. Let's get moving.
What's wrong, honey?
Yeah.
Let's get moving.
Let's go save your family. Start putting on the armor. Get
All
everything
right.
all set up.
Very
Second
cool.
will take the morning to while everyone's getting ready to also do their prayer blanket, and we'll once again cast aid on folks.
Cool.
Nice.
Magnificent. Also, do not forget to hit the long rest button to make sure your spell slots and hit points got back, etc., etc.
What are spell slots? Don't know.
All right.
Don't know.
It's 5. Okay, good.
What do you want to do? Let's do that right now.
All right. I'll use Cinnabon.
Is there anything that we should prepare spell-wise in advance, or should we just, to use a phrase I've heard recently, go and knockin'?
I mean, probably approaching stealthily might be a good idea, but DM question for you. Based on the layout, we don't see any openings or no like cave openings or anything of that sort, just the monolithic carriage skeletons. That's basically all we see.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, there is an opening in the monolith. Like
Right.
there's,
Okay, gotcha.
there's an open passageway there.
Cool.
But even as close as you were, it was
Mhm.
pitch black. So you could not see within it. But
Mhm.
yes, that would be the quote unquote entranceway.
Well, I only see one way in.
He'll nod and whatever happens, I'm grateful. And he'll cast Pass Without a Trace. And so-
Yummy spell slots. Thank you.
Delicious.
For the sake of simplicity, not till we get close.
Okay, no problem.
I think Hosen kind of takes point. Kind of goes first.
My war paint. I'm getting ready for this.
That is amazing, Rain. You are ridiculous. Yes, 952. Lip gloss.
War paint.
War paint.
Okay.
Hashtag why we cast you. Hashtag.
All right. So, I don't think it's super interesting to go through the same description
Sure.
before, but you go through the skeletons, you get through through that barrier. It is very cold, and you get to the entrance. And Cinnabon, just like in your dreams, there is a breeze at your back heading down, and it is pitch black up ahead. Now, as well in your dreams, you've never actually gone in, at least to your knowledge. So, as it relates to those dreams, you're in uncharted territory with the next few steps.
There is no pause.
Okay.
Into the darkness.
I think
Alright.
Hosen instinctively reaches behind and like grabs, like holds out for Cinnabon's hand.
That's what I was gonna listen to too.
Just
Aw.
let's all
You're
link
gonna
arms.
make me,
Let's all
Jacob,
We're
cry.
doing the buddy system.
buddy system.
Yeah, like I have to
Okay.
imagine like he's going, and then like you're probably like right, like Hosen's like right out to the left, and he doesn't even like think about like you stopping, and then like I think it's like instinctual, like the hands like pass,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he grips it for sure.
Okay. Before we go in, let's make sure that we do a spell check. I'm sorry.
Let's
stealth
do a
check.
spell. STEALTH. Stealth. I'm
Stealth
really
check.
good at this.
A spell check for stealth.
Okay,
I did
cool.
roll the thing, and I'm actually in Pawns of Prometheus right now because I rolled a 30.
Let's go.
What's up, Ramed? How goes?
39. Let's go, baby.
Fucking Hosen's hold my beer.
How did he go?
Jesus.
you feel his hand, and then it just
And then just
feel it.
like we're it's a portal.
It's a portal.
All right.
18.
That's still very good. Okay.
24. It's also just worth noting. Second, we'll leave the caged bird right outside the entrance to the
Adorable.
barrow.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Canary in a coal mine. Got it.
Okay, so who's first?
Alex,
Hosen, right?
you've gotten in so much trouble already.
Hosen's
Sorry,
first.
Bill.
I need to stop with the bird metaphor.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, Hosen's first.
Yep.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right, so let me drop you into the map. Jacob, this is probably a good time to switch over to
Is it? Is it
And
really? It's all black
If
right now.
you kind of go down to the bottom left corner, that's where you
Ooh.
should be.
Shamrock.
Hey,
You got it?
I do.
We're in Ireland.
Stop. All of you can stop now. Cool.
Jacob is stressed about his family, and I'm here.
In real life, no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, so a couple of things. Now that all the logistics are taken care of, i.e., battle map and all that stuff, I want to sort of walk you through what you're seeing.
Walk me through.
So, as I mentioned before, it is cold in here, and there is still this breeze coming from behind you. And what you see in front of you is a fairly rocky outcropping. It doesn't seem as though this was created by any sort of intention, right? Like this isn't a mine, but it is sort of, for some reason, just a haphazard assortment of tunnels. In front of you, you can see that it appears to go off towards the north, as it relates to the map itself. There is a pillar in front of you, and then there is some sort of curious thing on the floor off on the right.
Define curious thing, Bill. What?
Well, so it is giving off a faint pulsing energy and light as well. And so you don't necessarily need any sort of torches or lights because it seems like this is providing the light inside of here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes. Now you see that there is a few wisps of kind of like turquoise energy popping off of the top of it. It is in the floor. Let me be clear. It is not like a pedestal. It is
Gotcha.
in the floor itself. But there is kind of these wisps of energy lapping up off of the top of it. And that's what you see.
What does it smell like in here?
Lavender, sage. No, it actually it smells more like
That's a Duval line. I use lavender in my games. How dare you?
Copyright infringement. So actually, you know what it smells like is it smells almost like there is a metallic smell mixed with right before there is rain. Those two smells combined, that's what it is.
Amazing. Okay.
And one other thing.
Oh, sure.
Actually, I think Hosen and Cinnabon, just looking at your character sheets,
Sure.
would probably notice this.
Okay.
Yes, there are wisps of blue energy coming off of the object in the floor, but the two of you see that there are clear wisps of some sort of smoke or something that is floating around in the air. And even as cold as it is, now having the four of you inside of this room, you can see that there is an attraction, that your warm bodies, these wisps of smoke or fog or something, are starting to move around inside of the room.
Like around us?
And I would like everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy. I'm scared.
Okie dokie. 17.
Okay.
12.
Natural 20 for 21.
Hey, Hosen's ready.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Hosen, and what was yours? Jacob?
17.
17. Okay. So with Hosen and Cinnabon, you kind of feel as though there is a bit of a chill that goes down your spine. And you can start to feel that that wisp is coming inside of your body. It's passing through you somehow. And you start to hear like a second voice in your head. But you dismiss it entirely. Your mission right now is too critical. And you shake your head, and then the wisps kind of like dissipate altogether. I would like Second and Big Mama to make a separate unmodified D20 roll, please.
Oh, cool.
God. Great.
Damn, Second. All right. Damn. Big
All
Mama.
right.
All right.
18.
Let's see if that's good or bad.
So Second, you got a 19. Let me just make a note.
How dare you
And
make a note?
Big Mama, you got a 19. Okay.
18.
Wait, did I mix them up? I did. Screw. Shoot. Okay.
All good?
One sec. I switched these around. Okay. So Second and Big Mama, you also see that there is these wisps coming towards you, and especially now that it is right on top of you, it combines with your flesh, with your body, and you may not necessarily be paying close enough attention or whatnot, but whatever the cause is, you start to hear voices in your head. And unlike Hosen and Cinnabon, they stay there. And you feel as though there is somebody else currently living inside of you. And you get a strange motivation that wells up inside of you. Big Mama, I would like you to temporarily add a flaw to your character sheet.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
Oh boy.
Fucking bringing the noise.
Wow.
And that flaw
All right.
is, it's not stealing if I need it more than someone else.
I freaking love it.
Incredible. Bill gets to start.
It's not stealing if I need it more than someone else.
That's right.
Also, Big Mama Milk is like, how is this different from any? No. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, that's a trait.
That's not a flaw.
All right.
That's a
And
feature.
second, the thing that has embodied you gives you this alternative feeling as well that kind of conflicts with your natural being, where people who don't take care of themselves get what they deserve.
Oh, shit.
Now,
Okay.
right. So now I realize that this is conflicting, and so I think the way that we are going to take care of this is in acting against that flaw. It'll be a wisdom save. Okay? Does that make sense? As you are more or less being possessed by one of the dead spirits that is floating around inside of here.
Why do I think
Cool.
all the spirits are like British for some weird reason?
Hip hip.
Isn't it?
Just went for it.
People who don't
Ah,
take care of
stealing,
themselves
isn't it?
get what they deserve.
We're the best.
Okay.
A+ performance.
All right. What would you all like to do? You've got this thing on your right-hand side, and you've got what seems like the path leading off to the north.
Is so like right here, Bill? Like, is that like a separation that separates, like, because in my mind it looks like this is a path and this is a path. Is that? And this might be too. Like,
I mean, you should have control over your character.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see what. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you. Like, hey, what's around this
So
corner?
so Bill, what's the entire map? Okay, no. Hosen, did you want to continue to lead, or did you want me to?
Let's continue forward. Sorry. Weird wording. I'll have you take point. If you feel comfortable.
Somehow, I feel very comfortable. And
Let's go.
he's gonna cut over this way.
I
Okay.
follow.
Okay, sounds good.
Make sure the folks at home can see this. Yeah, everything looks good so far. Is this a thingy?
What?
This thing right here.
That's a rock.
Is it a possessed rock?
Negative.
Cool.
Mimic.
So, as far as like this, yeah. So I'll move in here and just kind of see if there's anything interesting about said rock.
Make an investigation check.
Are me and the rock friends, Bill? Do we have a previous relationship? Do we? Let's see. So that's 12.
It just appears to be a blanched rock of some sort.
All right. In that case, seeing the path continue down this way, and don't forget you can move your tokens to everyone. Seeing that this comes back clearly around, and that seems dead end.
That's right. I will say, Cinnabon, again, with your passive perception, you feel as though, there is this breeze, and now you've kind of moved around inside of this chamber, and you recognize that the breeze has changed directions slightly now that you're kind of moving around.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems as though the breeze is directed towards that shamrock colored thing on the floor.
Like it's going towards it, you mean, or if it's like blowing away?
Towards it, into it.
But it was blowing away earlier.
I mean, in every position that you've been in, you felt that breeze has been directed towards the shamrock.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. Big Mama's gonna come up to it.
Okay.
Scooch right over there. Not like stepping on it, but
Sure.
you know what I mean.
Okay. What'd you like to do?
Is there anything that she can, glean, feel off of it? Does it look like anything if she looks like directly into the light of it?
Would you mind describing what you mean by looking directly into the light?
Like the little, like she just, because it's in the ground, so she's kind of like just
You
leaning
lean over
over and just,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Would you mind making Constitution saving throw, please?
Not anymore. All right, I'm gonna use my luck. That was a natural one. I
That
am
sounds like a
not.
good thing to do.
I am
Halfling
not.
luck, baby!
I am not. I am gonna use my halfling trait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Woo! 19. Look at that.
19.
No, 19.
I thought you had luck points for a second. I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
nah.
I love it.
I mean,
All right.
good.
Well, the things I remember. Halflings are lucky.
Exactly.
Okay. So you lean over it, and you're still trying to keep a little bit of a distance. And as you kind of look down into it, it becomes almost mesmerizing. The colors inside of it are dancing around inside of what kind of looks like a long tube that you cannot see the end of. But you do feel something. That sucking feeling that has been present inside of this has created almost like this feeling of weakness inside of you. You feel as though like a piece of you is starting to crumble as you look into this item or this thing that's stuck into the floor. And since you saved, you'll take half of this, but you feel as though a piece of your strength has now been sucked out of you. And if you wouldn't mind lowering your ability score by 1, please, on strength.
Well, I didn't mean to roll, actually. I was just trying to click on it.
I actually don't know how you would do that, to be honest.
I can write it down.
You can
but I'm
remember.
not-
There's probably a way to modify it and do it, to be honest.
Yeah, and the coldness that you felt during the time that you're looking over this thing is immense. It feels like it's not 30 degrees, it's negative 30 degrees.
How does it look to the rest of us?
Great question. So to the rest of you, it looks as though some of the dreads, some of the vibrancy that is in not only the outwardly appearance of Big Mama, but also the soul of Big Mama is is like detaching a bit from her body, and those colors are like swirling around and then getting sucked up like a vacuum into this thing.
And if you don't mind, Rain, I think seeing this, Cinnabon will grab you by the shoulders and pull you.
Okay.
So we won't be doing that at all anymore.
Thank
Right?
you, darling.
Are you all right?
I'm fine now.
All right. Let's head up. And he
Going.
starts to move this way.
I follow.
She does.
Oh, cool! Hey, look
too.
at that.
Wait.
Uh,
Like,
Oh, lovely.
hold up. Okay, so
Holding.
I'm sorry, Rain, you were saying something before we went into the next room. I wanna give you space to say that.
yeah, no, she like stands like in between. Well, sorry, she's in the middle distance between where second is and where both Hosen and Cinnabon went. So she still wants to keep 20 on second.
Okay. Okay, cool. So Cinnabon, as you move into this next chamber here, you hold on a second. Are you able to move your token?
Yeah,
Should be able to. Okay, all right,
I'm-
cool. I wasn't sure.
I have not decided to move yet.
That's perfectly fine. I wasn't sure if it was a choice or what, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, Cinnabon, Hosen.
Hi.
In the next chamber, you see a pile of bones, very close to that section of another instance of that shamrock thing that's in the floor. And then beyond that pile of bones, there are discrete skeletons that are kind of littered throughout.
Okay.
And I think both of you, having fairly decent passive perceptions, will notice that there is this pile of bones that is discrete, and I'm sorry, that is indiscreet, and just like a femur and a humerus and skulls and everything built on top of each other. But then these other skeletons are scattered around, and you could tell that there is something about them, that in their positioning, that just seems a little strange, because they seem to be in some sort of positioning,
Like
perhaps defensive positioning, and they have some sort of crude armor that is on them that has long decayed away. And you think that maybe this was a group of folks that tried to get in to find out what lied within the Shade Barrow and have died long time ago. Now, there is one item that is amongst them that has not decayed, and it is a shield. And that shield
Yeah,
is,
I was gonna say I'll take a closer look.
it's the top left one up here. Okay.
I get closer.
Okay.
I'll follow right behind.
Okay. So the two of you move into this room, and you see that your presence has created more of those blue wisps that have come up off of the shamrock. And that blue wisp touches the skeleton that is landing on top of this shamrock. And you can see that generates more wisps and more wisps, and the skeleton begins to animate. And then we're going to roll for initiative, my
Let's go.
friends.
Ah, skeletons.
Just those two or all?
We'll see. We'll see where we go.
We'll see. Very yeah, I don't, probably an accidental one, because I don't know if you played it, but that's a very Chrono Trigger reference. You walk
What's that?
into a room and it's just skeletons, and then like blue whiffs enter the skeleton and they animate.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Very cool.
Terrifying.
Okay, so let's add turn, and even though second is still back here, I'm going to add turn. So we've got 5 for Big Mama, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, you want? Oh, sorry.
And what was yours, Cinnabon?
25.
Hell yeah.
19 plus 6.
Second was a 9. Okay, cool. All right, let's sort this into descending. And then let's change the music.
Indeed.
And then let's do it.
I'm ready.
I ready.
I'm ready.
War paint.
Lip gloss. Battle.
Listening, baby.
Okay, so let's go. Cinnabon, you are first. You see this skeleton sort of animate and pick up a giant femur from next to him, and you're up.
Okay. Boy, oh boy. Decisions.
And just checking while you're thinking, you can all see the initiative order here. Yes.
Correct.
You should be able to. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
So, okie dokie. So, first things first. He is going to using his action. He's gonna go ahead and burn a wild shape and summon Archie. And Archie appears. Where is? Right. Well, I actually need to check some distance really quickly. Lots of tabs open here, folks. Production for the win. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna summon him right behind said skeletons.
Okay.
Right here. Actually, hold on.
Right there.
Because within
Okay.
5 feet, that would hurt. Hold on. Okay, very cool. And then that's still 10 feet for. Okay, so then right here, maybe. I'm just trying to make sure I don't hit Hosen. That's essentially the play right now. So bear with me, folks. He's gonna pop in right here.
Okay.
Right here, and he appears in a fiery display, and I need all 3 of these skeletons. 1, 2, 3. The 3 that are at the bottom here.
Well, hold on one sec. I just want to be clear that this is the only skeleton right here that is on the playing field.
Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. I thought
Yeah.
everybody was on the playing field.
No. So just that one that was laying on top now
That's
has
even better.
become animated.
That's even better. So then, in that case, right behind it,
Okay, you've got control of Archie. So if you want to move,
because
that
Archie
around, you
is
can.
this is this thing. I love you.
Yeah, campfire.
We'll definitely have to make something for them. But anyway,
Yes.
it needs to make a dexterity saving throw as Archie
Okay, cool.
appears in a fiery display of awesome.
All right, that's going to be a 16.
16 is a success.
Okay.
So it does not take 2d6 fire damage. I don't think it's a half C thing, which is fine. In the meanwhile, with my bonus action, as it will, as it's done before, sort of flame tornado towards it, with 16 to hit.
Duval.
16 is going to hit. That's for
Lovely.
sure.
Well timed. Redemption VA, thank you for the raid. Shit's going down, so welcome. That's a total of 6 points of fire damage.
Beautiful. Dig it.
As it ricochets off of the Skelly Boy, and I think that I'll stay where I stay where I am for now.
Okay, perfect. Hosen, you are up next.
Cool. I take a look at the situation. I see the skeleton. First time seeing a skeleton like this before. Kind of looks around a little bit. I think distance is probably key, right? Pulls out a crossbow, loads it, and shoots it at the skeleton.
Okay. All right, make that attack.
As a 16 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Cool. 6 damage.
Okay, not bad.
And that will be it.
All right, perfect. Okay, now
Far
it is his turn. Now, remind me, I can attack Archie, right?
Yeah, I was muted. You certainly can.
Okay.
Are you going to attack a dog there, Bill?
I am. That's what the content warnings were all about. Okay, so this is going to be an attack with the femur that he has pulled out of the big pile there.
Rude.
That is a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay, perfect. And this is going to be not great, but 8 damage.
8?
8.
All right. Got it.
All right, so he takes his femur, and then seeing this fiery corgi dog next to him just slams the femur right on its head, and is a bit confused why this dog is not dead. Now we go to second.
Does the skeleton say knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone when it smacks it with the
Get
femur?
out.
It does not, and I'm offended you said that.
Okay. So, do I know anything that's going on inside the room? Like, can I see into this room from there, from where we are, or
Let's see here.
if they
Line
left
of
the door open or
sight.
something?
Yeah, you could see. Yep, definitely. You can see it.
So, seeing this skeleton pop up and following on the heels of Big Mama getting their face sucked into the floor thing, I think Second's natural inclination would be to protect their friends.
Okay.
But instead, for whatever reason, they feel suddenly inclined to protect themselves instead, and will cast protection from good and evil on themselves against undead.
Ooh.
I'm only moving for camera purposes so people can see where second is. I'll
Okay,
be
cool.
back in a minute. I also need to create a token for a camera. Yeah.
Okay, so what is creatures have disadvantage against rolls on the target. Okay, that perfect. Got it.
And then if I get any additional saving throws against anything, it'll be at advantage against possession or anything.
Beautiful. Okay, now we go to Big Mama.
I also probably will move. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. My fault.
Okay. No
I'm
worries.
too excited.
How
It's been a while
dare
since we've
you
been in
move.
combat.
True.
Alright.
Yeah, last time you were thoroughly intimidated.
I'll move
Thoroughly.
up here, and as I pass Big Mama will hear Second say, "Some poor schmuck that got caught up in this."
Mhm.
Amazing.
So, Mama, what she's gonna go ahead and do, she's gonna just set some things up. So, she's gonna go ahead and cast Entangle over. So I think that
On the
would
bad
be
guy?
on the baggy, and it's gonna be a 20-foot square. So, what about? Can I double click seeing where it is, or is she just out of range? Trying to double click
What's the range of it?
skeleton is. It's not. I can do it 90 feet away, but it's 20-foot radius. 20-foot
that's a lot.
square from a point within range. So, no wonder. I see what I did. Alright. Like, actually, like right there. That's where she's gonna put it.
Okay.
And then, yeah, because she's got more than enough distance. Scooching over there. Cinnabon, where are you?
I'm over here.
Okay, so it'll be in a way where it's not going to, get him as well with all the grasping weeds and vines.
Cool.
Perfect.
right? So she does that as her action. What she will also, is there anything else I need to do, DM?
You did casting.
Yeah.
I don't know if
looking
you
at
need a
physical
bonus
terrain.
action. Do you need
Yeah. I just want to make sure just for that one, because yeah, I got some other
Oh.
stuff I want to do.
Oh yeah, no. I mean that's pretty much it.
Okay. She is going to move. I'm sorry, my thing just says 15 feet. When have I only had 15 feet of movement?
Did you? It shouldn't restrict your movement on roll 20 though. You should be able to move wherever you want.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that's there.
Are you
Yeah.
sure you're on the select move piece in roll 20 so you can move?
No, I'm looking at my character
D&D
sheet in
Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Oh, wow.
And it says
Yeah.
15.
Should have 25 at least.
Yeah.
I know, right? So, just wondering. I'm like,
Come
what's
on,
she
DDB.
wearing?
What up, dude?
Valentino heels. All right. So yeah, that's what that was like. So she is going to move. Well, let me see. Can we move here? Is that a space that she can occupy? Right there.
On the edge
No,
there?
that is mostly
Okay.
mostly wall.
Okay.
To the window. Sorry.
Let me. Do I have that spell? I was thinking. No, I don't have the spell yet. All right. So she will move. She'll go here. 25 feet up, right here. So I said it right here. Here.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, well, now I can actually see a lot better on my map now. Now that I moved up. There's everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
What up, though?
All right. And then for her bonus action, she is going to go ahead and cast Shillelagh on her quarterstaff.
Perfect.
She's ready.
Sounds good.
And then that's all for Big Mama.
Okay. So normally we would go to the top of the order, but at initiative count 0, something
God.
happens.
Cool.
I'm scared.
Love it.
I'm gonna do this randomly.
Okay.
Okay.
Nose goes.
Hosen,
Yeah.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Cool. Gladly. That's a 9.
9.
Beautiful.
9. Episode
You've
9,
been
everybody.
walking through a lot of these kind of clear wisps throughout the area here, and oh shit, that is why. So okay, so Smitty just posted something in the Zoom chat because
Oh,
your
something.
strength just went down.
Oh.
You
Oh,
are
shit.
not strong enough to move without encumbrance,
Oh,
which is
okay,
why
so
you
we
have
encumbrance.
15 feet of movement.
Okay.
Oh shit!
All
Really?
right.
Oh my
Well,
god!
Big Mama's gonna go ahead and move her plump behind back 10 feet then.
Oh,
Let's see here.
my lord.
That's awesome. I did not know that. Fucking encumbrance, but I did not know that.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Skyrim looking ass.
Apologies in advance if this is a TPK.
Nah.
Yay.
TPK because we
hold
can't
on.
move.
Yeah, I haven't told Hosen what's about to happen.
Okay,
Cool.
let's go. Show me.
Okay. So you fail your wisdom saving throw, and you feel one of these wisps enter into your body again. And this one is very angry.
Oh no.
And this one takes over your mind and sees Cinnabon next to you.
Oh shit. Let's go.
And during your turn, you can move, but your action has to be to attack Cinnabon.
Amazing. Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right.
If you don't know,
All
let's go.
right.
Fucking A.
So we're gonna
Okay.
TPK ourselves. Got it. Got it.
Yep. Okay, now we go to the top of the order with Cinnabon. Obviously, Cinnabon, you don't know about Hosen.
Hosen's my friend. He's here to help
Yeah.
me.
I'm your bud.
Seeing Archie get hurt, or get hit, I should say. He looks at the skeleton, not, and sort of there's an assumption of there being some sort of magical necromancy type stuff. He's not familiar with it, but a fair assumption. He just says out loud, and ironically, considering Hosen's right behind him, "You will not stop me. I am so close. Apologies in advance." And I cast Produce Flame, and I toss it towards said Skelly boy, Skelly girl, Skelly them. 19 to hit.
19 will do it.
Ooh, that's not too bad. 10 points of fire damage.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That is pretty
And then
good.
in unison, as he tosses it, Archie barks and returns in kind for make sure that I have the right stat. Okay, cool. Terrible. 11 to hit.
Okay. That should be where I come in and tell you if that's a miss or not, right?
I was like,
Here's your line, Bill. And
Like, good on you.
So an 11 still hits.
amazing.
thank God.
5 points of fire damage as in unison, you like a dance as these fire-like entities impact the skeleton and attempt to tear it asunder.
Okay.
And that's my action and bonus action. And how do I want to handle this? Because I don't know that I have an enemy behind me. I think I'll stay.
Okay.
And I think let's just to add insult to injury here because it's fun. Your turn, Hosen.
And it is in
Say
fact
that?
your turn.
Okay. I think
And
Hosen.
actually, for a moment, just because this thing is now inside of you, the name Hosen doesn't really resonate with you.
Oh, that's
But just for a moment.
Just for a moment. You said the spirit is angry?
Spirit is
And
quite
Cinema's
angry,
back
yes.
is to you too. Even better.
I think with this spirit embodying me, Hosen sheaves his crossbow, or not sheaves his crossbow, puts away his crossbow, sees a rapier by his side, draws it, and takes a slash at Cinnabon.
Yeah,
Okay, roll attack versus his AC.
let's go.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't be. Let's tell a fucking story, yo.
Do it. 13 to hit.
Not gonna happen.
Cool. Spirit still is angry, uncontrolled. I think just yells. Just this entire time, Hosen's been very trying to be stealthy, trying to move through the shadows. This moment, he is not. Just yells and tries to go for Cinnabon's back and swings wide. Either hits his staff or hits something. Does not find purchase.
Ooh,
Just kind of goes.
can-
Ah!
Can I say that, like, because he's got his staff in his hand and his sister's staff is on his back? Can it totally hit that?
Yeah. Just
And I think he hears the ping off the staff and just kind of looks with a puzzled frown, like, or just puzzled look, like, what the fuck?
This is the angriest you've ever seen Hosen. This is like angrier than versus the Yeti angrier than just a blind rage. And that'll be my turn.
You can still move, and you can still do your bonus action. It would just be your action has to be that attack. So you still
Okay,
have those other two, and you have faculty over those two actions as well. So whatever
Oh,
you'd like
that's
to do.
that's interesting. Okay.
Okay, cool. Bonus action hide. I'm gonna try to hide in the shadows, like away from all this shit.
Perfect.
Just like takes a swing, terrified of what he just did. Bonus action, cunning action, try to hide in the shadows.
Okay, beautiful. And why don't you make that stealth check?
And
Hell
that
yeah. Okay.
is, yes,
Jesus.
25.
So simple.
Okay, yeah. Cinnabon, you turn around and you see this angry Hosen, like almost go from two extremes, just anger and fire inside of him to shame, and then just kind of disappear. Okay. Next up is the big bad. The big bad is entangled at the moment. Is that correct, Rain?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he is going to try and do a strength check to get out. If I remember right, is a 14 save, right? Which I handily beat.
Handily, hey.
And he's going to move towards Cinnabon. And in the process of doing so, he kind of like is crunching through some of these skeletons, and the skeleton bones themselves like move around a little bit, and they start to like disperse away from this kind of centralized pile. Just more on that later. And now he's going to take a swing at you, Cinnabon, with his femur, and he's going to get us 22.
That will definitely hit.
All right, so then we're going to do some bludgeoning damage against you. This is 2d8.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Shit.
This is double eights.
Oh my god.
And that's +4. So we got 20 damage.
Holy shit.
How you doing, bud?
That's half my hit points. More
Oh
than
boy.
that. More than half my hit points. Thank fuck for the 5 from 8. I went from 44 to 24.
Nothing humorous about that.
Shut. I'm cutting the stream right now.
Thank you,
Jose, I'm about to die. How dare you?
And then we would go to second, who is at initiative order 9 next. But at initiative order 10, those blue wisps come out of the portal there and start to lick against some of the bones that the skeleton just kind of shifted around. And you see another creature starting to animate. But it hasn't happened yet.
A question, Bill. Where does
Shoot, go ahead.
I don't know what the weapon that hit me is and where it hit me. So I just like, if you don't mind.
You don't know what the weapon was that hit you. He's got a big femur bone that he's using as a great club.
Okay, so like upside my head. I'm just trying to understand like where the pain is coming from here.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. You're trying to like play this as like an emotional game, and I'm just sort of like, you get -20. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, and I'm also excited about like all of these cool things that I've come up with. Okay, so
This is very cool.
It is very cool. You're doing great.
With
20
with
points
this,
of emotional
he takes,
damage.
I mean, he literally just double hands on this femur and then takes it way above his head and then right on your head
dome?
because he's
Shit.
probably like 6 feet tall. And,
shit.
And
Cool.
so like as the size differential between the two of you, he's got a nice big target right on top of your head.
Cool. I'm glad I asked. That's way worse than I thought it was going to be.
Hey, Jess, thanks for the raid.
Thanks, Jess. Damn, y'all showing up tonight.
Hell yeah.
It's a good time. It's fucking. It's bad. It's great.
Okay, great. So that is that. And we go to second next.
Okay. I don't know that second saw exactly what happened with Hosen. I'm wondering with second's passive insight if he can discern anything that transpired just then.
I think how far away? Yeah, I think at this point you probably are okay to see Hosen, and you know Hosen as a person that does not typically get angry, and that emotional display that Hosen just put on was not him.
Second has an urge to help their friends, but is also just very frustrated and disappointed with how this group is acting since they came down here. Really felt like they were putting something together, but it's starting to remind him of times when he had to look out for himself and couldn't trust anyone. So they will move forward, and perhaps seeing the shield, they think to themselves, well, maybe that's better than the shield I have now and will protect me more. So we'll begin to move towards that. But as they move, they do think of the letter that Cinnabon wrote them. And against their urges, they will try to cast Healing Word.
On Cinnabon?
Yeah. So I believe I need a Wisdom saving throw first to see if I can.
With the way that you so if you had done this without the preamble, I probably would have said no, but I think putting the way that you have described second state of mind, I think it probably makes sense.
I kind of wanted to roll the Wisdom saving throw, Bill.
All right, yeah, you do it, man.
Guidance. No, I'm just kidding.
15.
All right, you save.
Okay. So I will
As I pour my bourbon.
just reach out and say, second. And you will get 11 hit points back.
Ooh. Jesus. That's a lot for a healing word.
Life Cleric, baby.
Life clerics are dope.
There they are.
Anything else you'd like to do second?
That was a bonus, right?
That was a
So
bonus
action.
action. Oh, well, no, I've got that. I will cast. I don't like how dark it is in here. I will cast. Oh, it's touch. Yeah, fuck it. I will cast light on my shield.
Nice.
Perfect. Sounds good.
That's it.
Okay. Now we go to Big Mama.
All right. So on that skeleton, that's it still right there, right? Yeah. She is gonna go ahead and produce flame and throw it. Like take it like a little, flickering flame and toss it over at that.
Okay, that's an attack roll, right?
Yeah. That would still allow for me to still hold on to my entangle, right? Because it's not like concentration versus concentration, right? Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I must have been muted, but yes.
That sounds giving me anxiety. Alrighty.
Well, it's working then.
Oh wait, hold on. I rolled the 2d8, and that's my bad. Let me at least roll to attack first. So, Can I use my wait? That was
He's playing
weird.
for the win.
All right. So was that 19 to hit?
Yes, that'll hit.
Cool. And then I did the attack after or before then, which was 3 points of damage.
Okay, I mean, listen, it's something.
It's a tree.
Okay. We are going to go to the top of the order with Cinnabon.
Oh, nothing happens at initiative
I
count
do-
0 this time, Bill? Is that
Yeah.
what you mean? Is that what you mean to say?
Unless Rain, there's something else you'd like to do?
Yes, Big Mama wants to move. Just a little up, let's say here. She's gonna move here, so. Well, am I even? Yeah. What is 15 feet right there? Okay. When I look
Yep.
away, I'm like, where is that spot
Where
at?
is it?
Yeah.
She's huffing and puffing. Like, she's working her cardio. I'm just saying. Plump.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Cinnabon, you're up.
All right. What armor is this Skelly wearing, by the way?
Hide armor.
Okay.
I know. Mm.
We are the same. We are the same. So as like the stars explode in his brain as the femur hits him, and then he feels the warm kind of crimson kind of like pull down, and then almost like instantly, second, reaching out to him and healing a portion of his wounds. He looks at the skeleton and just says, "You're going to have to do way better than that to stop me." And he's going to and he'll look at his hands, and and put them up to his face, and then just point them out like this, and he's going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
Which is pretty familiar because it's why the cart was on fire last time. But the good news is that it just is on fire 15 feet from cone 15 feet towards them. Just so you know. So that is going to be a dexterity saving throw, Billion.
Okay, got it. 17.
17 succeeds, so this is going to be half damage. So 8 points of fire damage down to 4.
Okay.
And then
It's not nothing.
it's not nothing. And then Archie barks in unison, and even from where he is, you can. This is like 60 feet of range for this, so it's not a big deal. Natural 18 for a 25 to hit.
Yes, that hits for sure.
8 points of fire damage.
Ooh, very nice. All right. This thing has, with all of these bursts of fire and arrows and that sort of thing, like you can see that the bones that have coalesced onto this one particular medium is slowly beginning to like come off, and right now you're looking at a skeleton of a skeleton, if that makes sense.
Yeah, as it begins to like smoke, you can stop whenever you want.
The skeleton looks back at you.
I think he's gonna stay where he's at.
Okay, beautiful. Let's go to Hosen, but before we do, just want to quick update. on the blue wisps of energy that have been licking at the bones, you can start to see that there is roughly about a half a skeleton now that has been formed out of the bones next to that shamrock pile.
Question.
Shoot.
Did it do a dexterity saving throw?
For what? Why?
Because of burning hands.
Did you specifically target that?
It's a 15-foot cone.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Did not save. Okay, so I think even, especially because this is super early in its development, any disturbance crashes the entire construction. But you can see that those blue wisps are still going, and they are beginning to lap at the bones that have just fallen.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you've got this Jenga structure, and then the Jenga structure crumbles,
Yeah.
and then the magic that is like, oh no, there's loose Jenga pieces.
But the thing's back up together. Sure.
Right, exactly. So that's what's going on.
Just so you know, that was 8 points of damage.
Perfect.
But I know. Not that he notices, but anyway.
It is your turn.
Oh, sure. This is going to be great. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
So
great.
just to be clear, that feeling has left you. It was a temporary possession. It is gone. You can have your entire turn back.
Oh.
Cool. I think like I think
Lucky
Hosen
you.
like to hide just hid like underneath one of the skeletons a little bit, just went like underneath, and so getting more back of his senses, kind of moves up to like this kind of pillar up north
Okay.
a little bit, and just kind of moves 15 feet up there.
Sure.
Oh,
Picks out
shit.
the crossbow, and shoots at the skeleton.
All right.
Rogue question: does the skeleton see me do this?
I think a sneak attack regardless because I'm in with
You're
range,
hidden.
man.
Yeah, you're hidden. And oh yeah, actually no, it does matter. To Jacob's point, like he's within 5 feet of a ally, so it doesn't matter.
Cool, awesome. So I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Hell yeah.
You know, Cinnabon, tank.
You know, Cinnamon, the tank. So I'm gonna roll this with advantage. I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and shoot it at them. 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Cool. 9 piercing damage plus 5 for the sneak attack damage. That is 14 damage total.
gang.
Sneaky snook.
Sneaky sneak.
Okay, so what I think happens now is you shoot your arrow directly at the base of the neck, and you shatter the vertebrae that is carrying the skull, and the skull just kind of like crumbles to the ground and rolls off the pile of skulls of bones that's right next to you, and then the rest of the body just deanimates and then in a pile down below.
Cool.
And that's it. He is out.
Do we still see the blue wisps? Like,
Yes, you do.
I pop out of the shadows. We gotta plug up the thing. Also, Cinnamon, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to me. Just running over to you, Cinnamon. Are you okay?
No.
No. I'm so sorry. I don't know what something came over me. I don't know, maybe possessed. I don't know. I'm so sorry I swung at you. I'm so sorry.
But not because of you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I started looking around. Is there any rocks or anything of that sort that I can use to try to cover up the shamrock shaped hole in the ground?
And while that's happening, I'm gonna cast Produce Flame and try to burn away the pile of skeletons.
Ooh. Okay. Well, so we're still in. We're gonna handle this in initiative
Okay,
order.
okay.
because
Sorry, my
if-
bad, my
if
bad,
you
my bad,
don't-
my bad.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay. So Hosen, you already did your action.
Yeah.
So you moved, and then if you have a bonus action, then go for it. Or if not,
Nope. That's about it.
okay, we're gonna head over to second now.
Yeah, my bad, sweetie.
Bill, can you ping the shield on the screen? I don't know if I missed it earlier. Oh, it's right. It's right there.
Yep.
So second will walk towards it. And as they pass Hosen, something possesses them to turn towards Hosen after that spiel to Cinnabon and just go, "You see, you are capable of good manners," and continue towards the shield to see what it is.
All right.
Second is amazing.
I love second.
Me too.
You see a very large shield. Yours that you currently have is probably a medium-sized shield, but this would be considered like a tower shield. Well, hold on. But conveniently, a tower shield that is Kenku sized.
It's really gonna make it bigger.
You're hilarious. But if it's magical, it shouldn't matter.
Yes. So it is the perfect size. It is bigger than your current shield, but not by much. Listen,
Good save,
I
good save.
remember you saying about how your shield was not big enough for you to sleep under, and so let's just make it whatever size is big enough for you to sleep under, but also carry unencumberdly.
Okay.
Good?
Now,
hold on, I still got more description. I just want to make sure that you're bought in.
is it a tower shield?
It is not a capital T, capital S tower shield.
Just keep going on the shield. We'll see.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
happening?
So it is whatever size shield you have in your brain, that's exactly the size that it is. But importantly, on the front of the shield, it is not a static image. Instead, there are slightly swirling pixels almost on the front of this thing that when you first look at it, you kind of get a little bit dizzy, but then it seems as though your eyes kind of track these pixels as they dance around on the top of the screen, and you feel as though that this is a really powerful magical shield.
Second, we'll reach out and touch the shield.
Yeah, it feels shieldy.
Does anything happen to the image on the shield? Second looks at their own shield, looks at the phoenix of Tal'dorei on their shield, and then looks at the moving images on the other shield.
Beautiful. I love it. And thank you, because that was going to be the question I was going to ask, is what is kind of going through Second's mind at the time that he touches the shield. You see those swirling pixels, and as you touch the shield, looking at the shield that you currently have, the front of it very quickly alters its shape and then becomes the image that you had in your mind. The picture of Tal'dorei on that shield itself.
Second feels moved by the serendipitous appearance of Tal'dorei's phoenix on the shield. Takes off their existing shield and slips the new one onto their arm. Turns, hands the old shield to Hosen, gestures to the font of blue wisps, and says, "Use this." Well, doesn't say use this because they don't have that in the vocabulary. Just gestures towards the font of the blue wisps.
Um,
That's my turn.
Beautiful. Okay, Big Mama, you are up.
All right. That pile of bones right here. Anything happening to it?
Not
Anything moving?
Not there, no. But it is right over this thing. That there are some bones that are kind of crumbled on that, and that's what's
Right.
animating.
Okay. So, cool. All right. So, DM, question. Can Big Mama Mocha do Erupting Earth? Casting that on there. And if so, like, let's say this is another 20-foot cube. It will not actually interrupt her other entangle spell.
Yeah.
But like say, just making sure I'm not, getting Cinnabon in there. But say right on here. But anyway, will that, what's what I'm looking for? Will it fuck up the shamrock?
So your plan is to erupt the earth underneath the skeleton pile? Is it?
Well,
I
when
just
you
want to make
ask
sure I
like that,
understand.
now it doesn't sound. Sounds like I'm gonna make the hole bigger.
Her heart grew
No,
3
I doubt
sizes
myself.
that day.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I
No,
fully
I
support it,
don't.
and I'm here for you.
And I'm gonna let you finish.
and
I
live
was
your best
hoping that
life.
was, like,
Live your
crumble.
best life. YOLO.
You could
etc.
certainly try.
There it is. That's what that's what I was waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that note,
Bill hastily scrawls a flight distance on the skeleton sheets as they get thrown into the air.
Yeah, they're all projectiles now.
oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, the
Alright,
reason I say that
so-
is because it is likely that some of the skeleton bones would continue to land on the blue shamrock,
Sure.
which is the source of the animation.
Mhm.
Spoilers. I'm just kidding.
Well, you all figured that out.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
So thereby possibly providing more ammunition, if that makes sense. So I mean, listen, if you want to make this harder, then by all means.
We're players, Bill. We make it harder regardless. Man, out of context, I should not have said that. Anyway.
So no, we're not going to do that. Let's just go ahead and with the one that's beginning to animate, she's going to go ahead and cast Produce Flame
Okay.
on this one. That's what she's going to go in and do.
Okay.
And then just casting towards it.
Okay, perfect. Make a attack roll.
21.
That's definitely going to hit.
Okay.
And I actually don't think you need to necessarily roll damage, although you did,
Okay.
and 7 is enough
Yay.
to
More than
crumble this thing down. Now, Big Mama, you see this thing crumbles, and like that Jenga pile falling back down in its place, it starts to reanimate. You still have a bonus action and a move action if you'd like. That is up to you.
So when it disintegrates, is it like breaking apart? Like I mean,
disintegrate wasn't the right word, but like de-animates.
deanimate.
Yeah, so all of the bones that were starting to form into place,
Like a Stalfos from
lose-
Zelda.
lose the magic temporarily and just kind of crumple to the floor. And then now that it's still on this blue thing, it begins to put itself back
Okay.
together again.
Can Big Mama then scooch up right here,
Scooch.
taking her shillelagh, and almost like a broom, like a makeshift broom, can she kind of like, dig into the skeleton
Sweep
and kind
it.
of like bat it away?
You know what? normally this would be an action, but I think this is so beautiful that let's just call it a bonus action. You sweep these bones off and maybe even sweep up some of the bones that may be close to this thing.
Yes.
And you could see those blue wisps disappear. And then we are out of combat.
Nice.
So now it is silent inside of this tunnel. You have just seen what sort of dangers lurk inside of this, and you begin to think, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but the idea of, you know, what comes next is definitely top of mind as you start to hear no longer the cries of a man, but the cries of a young child. And that's where we're going to end it for the evening.
Shit's bad, y'all.
It's only going to get worse.
So how's everybody doing?
I'm
Great.
fucking great. I'm ready. I could go for like 6 more hours. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Listen, I really, really want to. I think like I have been waiting for this for like, you know, 6
Weeks.
episodes or something. And
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
it's very exciting. You all wanted to like nap and rest and talk and chat. It was like dungeon.
Let's be honest. I wanted my 2 spell slots back, so like it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So before we start like wrapping up here,
Sure.
just let's tell everybody where you could be found and if you got anything going coming up anytime soon. Let's turn that sad music off and go with
Yeah.
this. And
Typical.
let's start with you, Alex.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Alex or Ziva RPG. It's been wonderful playing with you all tonight. You can find
No,
me
it hasn't.
It's been lovely. You can find me at Ziva RPG on Twitter or here on Twitch. Probably will leave Twitter at some point. We'll see what happens with that. But you can find me here every single Tuesday night. And it's been an honor and a pleasure. And have a good night, y'all.
How about you, Rain?
Hello, everybody. I am Rain not on Twitter, but on TikTok and Instagram as Virgo_Rain for all of my mermaiding and cosplay adventures, which actually I'm just really excited. I just got my new mermaid tail and I can't wait to make more content with it. I'm so excited. And that's me.
Smitty?
Hey, folks, it's Smitty. You can find me in the Amphitheater Discord. And at some point in the future, once again, inhabiting Thursday nights here on the Amphitheater, whenever Bill deigns to make time for our bi-weekly hang, where we put on a little show known to our many fans as something different than it used to be known as, because now it is known as AMGM's
I have to say it every time.
Yes, and my alarm clock thanks me for not having to wake up super early on a Friday. Okay, now, so let's do you next, Jacob.
Sure. Hey everybody. Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob, here, Twitter, Instagram, because Elon Musk can suck it. And I'm a rebel. I get to do what I want with my account. Also come ban me or something. Anyway, this is a particularly wild week for me. including tonight's emotional damage. Tomorrow's emotional damage is Final Fantasy IX related. Duval's Gaming Journey, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Amphitheater. It's getting hot and heavy in the most emotional, amazing way. So come hang out while we deal with all of that. And Thursday, I'll cast on our class over on Waffles Maple Syrup. This is typically our off week, but because of Thanksgiving, we're playing back to back, and my character is literally in fuck around find out mode. It's really bad. But beautiful storytelling wise. So you should come hang out and check that out. Also at 8 p.m. on Thursday over on Waffles Maple Syrup. And then on Sunday, Duval and Dragons over on Somatic Games Twitch ends with a Z, by the way. Our Chrono Trigger D&D 5e campaign, episode 44 of that, leading up into something really, really, truly special. It's already really special anyway, so you should come hang out and check it out. And of course, as I mentioned at the top of the show, come hang out with your boy at PAX U. Thanks.
All right, and for me, I'm just me. I'm doing me the best that I know how, and it's a reminder for you all to do the best you know how to be you as well. I am not going to plug anything of mine, mostly because either I have nothing or Smitty's already plugged it. But I would like you to do your best to follow these fine creators that are sitting alongside of me, and that's pretty much it. We are going to raid who, Jacob?
Great question. So we're going to raid Creators Assemble, who are amazing. I've done some charity one shots over there, and Dan Wood, who's running the game, is like my official D&D rival. We will have been trying to kill each other in games for like a year, in good hearty friendship ways. It hasn't worked out for any of us because everyone's been alive, but level 21 shots. What can you do? But before we get over there, I have to remind you of the few following truths here on the Amphitheater and in life in general. And that's that Black Lives Matter. Stop AAPI hate. Trans rights are motherfucking human rights. If you don't have a uterus, you don't get to tell me what uterus is, what to do with theirs. It's not your uterus and none of your goddamn business. Climate change is real. Read comics because they're the only reason why movies are any good anyway. Go see Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I say this to myself too because I still need to go see it and cry a lot because I will. And when you have the opportunity to, make sure that you can and will choose love. Thanks as always for being here. We'll go raid Creators Assemble and say what's up. So see you tomorrow or Thursday or Sunday or any other day. In the meantime, by the way, join our Discord and stuff because we're always yelling stuff at each other. Mostly Smitty. Sharing wonderful sweet nothings about bars in Milwaukee. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
And we're out.
Yay.